If you're going to be successful on Amazon, you absolutely have to avoid some pretty big mistakes. In this video, I'm going to break down some of the most common ones for you. Now, before I get into this, there's something that's really important that I want you to do, and listen to me for just 2 seconds because it's going to make the video a lot better. Hit the like button. Exactly. Let's go. First things first, the biggest mistake a lot of people make is they jump over to their computer and they search things like this: hottest products to sell on Amazon. This is the big mistake I want you to avoid. And the reason it's a mistake is because when we get in here, we're gonna see some pretty ugly things. So let's scroll down and see, best-selling products on Amazon, 1,000 top-selling items. I don't know, I'm just gonna pick random stuff. 50 best-selling, something I clearly have clicked in the past, probably given out about it. There we go, 20 top-selling products on Amazon and more. So I'm just gonna start there, right? And I'm gonna open up Amazon in another tab, just so I have it there. Straight away, this one is 10 best-selling products and 100%, okay. So we're gonna scroll down here and I'm gonna learn some pretty important lessons. A lot of people will just tell you these random things like, oh, go to toys and games, go to this, go to that. Like, that's fine, because I would tell you there's 6 categories that you should be researching on Amazon, and they're pretty much these categories, so that's cool. Here's where it all goes wrong. Because when I started, I was looking at this going, oh yeah, I should sell smart devices, portable speakers, back cases, cables and cords. That all made a lot of sense to me. But the problem is, if you search, let's just say, headphones on Amazon, okay, this is a problem, because how would you know what to sell? And the whole theory and the whole point of selling on Amazon is we want to find stuff that people are already buying. Now, headphones are one of those things, but we want to find something that we can get in front of the target customer with relative ease. And so it has to have a level of competition that makes sense. And just looking at this, where would you even begin? Should it be Bluetooth? Should it be over the ear? Should it be in ear? Should it be wireless? Should it be wired? I mean, it's absolutely impossible. So this type of advice that people are giving out is so bad because they're bringing you to confused markets. I mean, even here, a screen guard, all right? What are we talking about? Are we talking about a cell phone? Are we talking about a computer screen? They're not giving you any guidance, and there's 30,000 results on Amazon for screen guards. Because of course, I mean, it's such a generic keyword with so many possibilities. So this is the type of thing you want to avoid. Now, if we look at other ones then, and this is a slightly better one, 20 top selling Amazon products and more, 2019 update, you're gonna come down here, and again, this can feel like really good information, and sometimes it can be, but let's see where the recommendations are. So look, they're giving some guidelines, which is a really good thing, but we'll come down, let's see. Okay, so we're seeing here elastic exercise bands. Let's search this on Amazon right now and just talk about it. And this is, again, I do not want you to get into these mistakes, because yes, elastic exercise bands are selling like crazy. And the way we know this is, we have our DS Amazon Quick View installed, and we come down and we can see like number 6 in sports and outdoors. So that's massive. Like, that is selling thousands every single day. Of that, there is no doubt. But that's the problem, because how would you get in front of any of these people? So when you say it's like, that's a really good thing, yeah, it is a good thing, but it's not a good thing for you and me, where we're looking to sell our own products on here. We're looking to get in front of a client. The only way we could get in front of customers here is by paying Amazon money to get into this area right here at the very top, to get into these sponsored areas. But here's the thing, when you're doing what's called PPC on Amazon, paid advertising, paid per click advertising, you pay every time someone clicks your ad. This is an auction. So the highest bidder is always going to win. So if you're selling something for $8.95, and you're paying money to get in front of a really competitive space, they're not making much money. I can guarantee you that right now. And that's something you just don't want to do. So these hot products are a bad idea because it's impossible to compete. So with that said, let me bring you in line. Let me show you the next mistake so I can make sure you don't make it. All right, so we talked about hot products. Let's move on to checking competition, understanding competitive analysis. I'm not gonna be able to go into this in like all of its glory today because we're trying to keep this video a little bit shorter, but at a very base level, there's a few things we can check, and I've talked about them before on the channel. If you've heard this before, make sure that you're doing this. And obviously, if you're in our Ignite program on Marketplace Superheroes, you will know that we have a tool called our ecosystem where we actually help guide you through research. I'll show you that really briefly and then I'll go back. So we have a researcher app here in our ecosystem. This is something you get access to when you join our Ignite program. It's all included. I've just thrown in in a quick example here, just so you can see what we're talking about. We've got something here called the roots score. So the roots score essentially is important. Let me just get this here. So we've got roots score over here. And what we're looking at is there's a lot of different things we're searching for. So how bland is the product, the number of results. And obviously as we start to put these scores into place, we're looking to get this person up to the top of the mountain. So results, so let's just say there was a 1 star for that. Let's say it's a small market. Let's say it's a 15 to 29.99 product. The offer clarity is 5. There are no clones. So like clones are what we were just looking at, as in you scroll here and everything looks the exact same. That's a clone. We're looking here at market noise. So how market noise is like, is it confused? Is there lots of different types of this thing? So let's say it was 1 here or 5 here, 1 here, good feeling, 5. So again, this just these random little examples, that would give us a percentage of 60. So 60 and above is a good thing. And obviously you can change these little things and you'll get different scores. So obviously if the market noise was a 5, which means that it's very clear, you know exactly what's going on. It's not confused at all. Your good feeling is 5. I think it's going to be a really good product. It's really clear offer. You know exactly what you should be selling. This is like a great product because it's giving you a score of 73%. So as I say, anything over 60, we're interested in. So that's in our program, but let me just jump back to Amazon now and show you some of the other things we can check quickly. I'm going to use my drawing mannequin example for this because I always like it. I think it's very clear product. It's good. So obviously if we were using the thing I just showed you, we would be scoring it based upon what we're seeing. But if you don't have access to this, I want to give you some quick things you could be looking at. First thing is number of results. So there's 400 here. It's less than 1,000. That's typically really good. Doesn't mean it's the best product in the world. Just means it's along the right lines. The second thing we want to look at then is the BSR, and we use a DS Amazon Quick View plugin to check these BSRs very quickly. And really what we were looking at is this product here. We can see, we can see that is 1,143 in arts, crafts, and sewing. And what we're looking to do is look at other products that are the very same on the screen and what are their BSRs so we can determine the size of the market. Now these are all different. That's a different product, that's a different product, that's a different product. This one's similar, so we can look at that. It's 55,000, keep scrolling down. These are all like, we're just ignoring these because we're looking at the organic results, ignoring these. So these are more organic results. These are different products, all of these now. This is a similar product, 64,000. It just doesn't look that great, although it's a pack of 2, so it's actually a different product. So we would not look at that. These are all different. This one over here is similar, cheaper, 18,000, so there's 3 there. All of these are less than 50,000 BSR, so that means that they are what we call within range. One of them is 1,000, one of them is 18,000, and the other one I think was this one here, 55,000. That's out of range. So we're seeing 2 that are in range. One of them looks really good, it's 1,100. So we would really look at that and say that's an interesting market because there's only a couple of different opportunities. One's doing really well, one is just doing okay. And also we would look to see what can we do better than this product. Well, first of all, the first image is no good, so we could make that a lot better. That's a first competitive thing we can do to improve it. The listing title is not bad, but maybe we could improve that with some more targeted keywords. The bullet points are very poor. We could improve those quite dramatically, really give people a better feel for exactly what they're getting, the size of things, dimensions, stuff like that. Down here as well, they don't have a great description because they're not, doesn't look like they're what we call brand registered. And brand registry is something where you can register your own trademark, which again, simple to do. You can register your own trademark over on Amazon and you get way better, higher quality listings. So let's show you a brand registered example. We had our elastic exercise bands, which we said were not a good market, but at least these guys gave us an example. So what I mean by brand registry is you get these nice listings like in product description. You can obviously see the difference between that and something like down here. Even, let me just search. I can't even see it. Product description. Okay, look, that's their product description. And that's this company's product description. And this is just by being brand registered. It costs nothing to brand register on Amazon. You just have to have a trademark. And that's something you're gonna absolutely wanna do. And that's another mistake people are making is they're not brand registered because they're not trademarked. So don't make that mistake as well. You got a 2-for-1 there. Let's keep moving. The next mistake I see people make is that they only sell small and light items. Now, sure enough, this mannequin we looked at is pretty much a small and light item. But I didn't just look at that because it was small and light. I looked at it because I was in the drawing accessories category. I found this item after some research. I did all my competitive analysis and I saw it looked interesting. That's how I ended up there. It wasn't just because it was small and light. So don't make that mistake. It's such a silly thing to do, because when you have our sandbox and our ecosystem and stuff like that, you're able to calculate to the cent how much money your product is going to be making before you even consider ordering it. Really saying I'm only going to sell something that's small and light because I want to air freight that in, that's why people do it, because it's faster, it doesn't make sense. You're really cutting off so many different amazing opportunities you could be selling on Amazon simply because your strategy isn't right. Now, the reason a lot of people have to do that is they don't have a good freight partner. And as I'm sure you already know by now, we have a company, Superhero Freight, which makes your freight a lot easier. We have warehouses all over the world, so you basically can partner with us, send in your products, we'll ship them for you in our containers, and we'll save you a ton of money, make your life a lot easier, and be more successful. So don't just air freight everything, sea freight, and also you can sell anything at any size as long as the numbers make sense. And obviously you have our ecosystem to make sure of that. So knowing your numbers and not just air freighting, not just focusing on small and light items is really important. A really quick mistake as well that I want to help you avoid is selling something that's patented or patented, depending on where you're from. How you check that is you can jump over to this site right here. So you can search a USPTO over on Google, and you can jump over here to this uspto.gov, click in here, and you can basically search for patents, just to make sure that you're not going to infringe on someone's rights. Sometimes you'll see products where the patents have expired and they can be fine. We do have our Superhero Legal group as well, which will help you with that. And we obviously have Robert Wright, our legal partner, who can help advise and stuff like that if you're really stuck. Just quite simply, you'll know the feel of a patented product. And I'm gonna show you an example of one now, just so you can see what I'm talking about. If you're looking at this vegetable spiralizer, this is a good example where I know you're going to see multiple listings, but it's like if it's as seen on TV and if it has this kind of look about it where there's a lot of moving parts, it looks like something that's been really heavily designed within an inch of its life, even though it's not that pretty, that's something I would be careful of. Now, it's hard to give that's just what I'm explaining. It's like hard to explain it exactly to you, but it's a feel, and you'll get that feel over time as you do more research. But just whenever something looks like that, it's got a lot of moving parts, it looks like it's been designed or invented, something like this as well, you'll want to check those. That's really important. Now, obviously, a product like this, you wouldn't even research in the first place because it has what we call our item specifics to avoid, which again is another mistake that people make, which is they get into stuff where it's got moving parts, it's potentially hazardous, it's sharp, it's whatever. These are all things you don't want to do. So again, another 2-for-1 in this mistake. I'm gonna do the last one now. I've done too many 2-for-1s today. Okay, so the last mistake is not liking the video number 1. So make sure you do that right now. And also jump into the comments and give me some feedback. I hope you enjoyed today's video, you learned something. But anyway, that's not the last point. The last point is, some people have this opinion that marketing cures everything. I can sell anything on the Amazon platform and I can just outmarket other people. But again, when we looked at this, we looked at microfiber sheets. I'm not sure if it's in this video or another one recently, I do so many. But anyway, if we look at microfiber sheets as a good example here, like, number 1's very confused. Which one would you sell? It's a huge market, 40 and 2. Like, these are massive, massive products. And so like if you got into this market, you're like, oh, I'll just outmarket all these people. You're gonna not be successful because it's gonna cost you so much money to get in front of the people that are searching for this keyword, which of course is microfiber sheets. And again, some people will be like, oh, I'll do microfiber bed sheets, or I'll do king size, queen size, whatever. And they think that they're being smart when in reality, just getting into markets that are way too competitive. So it's really important to understand research. That's the critical thing here, which really will cure a lot of these mistakes. And obviously in our Ignite program, we go into that in big detail and we teach you how to use our ecosystem to find the right types of products and all of that. But I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope you learned some things to avoid. And if you're already a member, I hope you learned some stuff as well today, or it reminded you of some of the things that are really important. So with that said, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in another video.